Hey again, product and final StartOS module, and this is the big one. But first, thanks again for the amazing support on the LaunchOS launch last week. Finishing in the top 5 on a Monday felt surreal, so thank you so much. StartOS launches October 2nd, so make sure you hit the notifications, link down below. Now let's dive into launch number 8, our comprehensive startup FinanceOS. StartOS's FinanceOS is designed to do multiple things. Firstly, help with cash flow and accounting. It can also help with fundraising, managing your cap table, tracking investors, and creating a startup valuation. And finally, it can help with creating your financial projections as well as estimating your runway. First, let's take a look at the Cashflow database. Inside the Cashflow database, you can see two main databases, the incoming and the expenses database. The incoming database tags to your funding rounds as well as a revenue stream, so you can tag all your incoming capital. The expenses database takes in all your expenses, legal fees, sales, marketing, equipment, real estate, also subscriptions and salaries. Subscriptions and salaries specifically use the Notion sub-item feature, so you can create one item and assign multiple sub-items to each of these. Next, you can tag the source of funding through which the expense was taken out. Using a two-way relation, this will also be reflected in the incoming database. Then, the database will automatically calculate the amount of funds you have left in each of your funding sources. At the bottom, you can see the assets and liabilities databases. These take into account all of your fixed assets and liabilities, such as equipment in terms of asset, and venture debt or accounts owed in terms of liabilities. Finally, this final database, the Runway estimator, calculates your runway assuming you have zero revenue, taking into account your salaries and subscriptions. This funding information appears in a quick view straight in the center of this funding dashboard. Your runway appears on the left hand side of the dashboard down here. Speaking of raising funding, you can see your VC action board drawn from ConnectOS, our CRM, right here in the center below your funding dashboard. You can pull this up quickly using the investors and VC firms database quick view. Let's talk about managing funding rounds and cap tables. You can view all of your funding rounds, whether completed or in progress, in the funding rounds database. This database has advanced formulas that allow you to automatically calculate the conversion of your safes or convertible notes, as well as the interest owed on your debt instruments. Any equity round that triggers the safe automatically converts the safe. These automated formulas also calculate your cap table for you, reflecting your company's actual shareholding. You can see these relations being pulled up using this relation property in the cap table database. Finally, I added this cool feature which uses the cap table to automatically generate a mermaid pie chart code for you. You can change these values, then copy the mermaid code and paste it in the code block below. This will automatically generate a pretty looking pie chart for you. Before raising, you can go into the startup valuation DCF model and enter your company's metrics here to calculate an approximate valuation for your startup. You can use the fundraising strategy or resources database to store resources related to fundraising. You can start off with the ones that I've included here. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room. Do you really need Excel to be able to calculate your financial projections? I think not. Check out this dummy data which I've included, which has some historical financial data. Using some clever prompt engineering that you will find included in the template, you can actually use Notion AI to generate really accurate financial projections based on the conditions that you give it. This is way quicker than Excel and much more convenient. I'm super excited to share this really powerful, multifaceted finance template with you. With StartOS's FinanceOS, I don't think you're going to need any other financial model for your startup ever again. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments down below. This is StartOS's FinanceOS.